any quadratic expression or quadratic equation to make it a perfect square, make sure first of all that the coefficient of x squared is 1. Once that is done, find the half of the coefficient of x, which is minus 3 here. Square it and add it to both sides. For this expression now, to make it, it will have been b over 2a, sorry, and square and add to both sides. So now, it said what must be added to x squared minus 3x to make it a perfect square? A perfect square is actually a number or expression that has a square root. Just like 4, 9, 16, 25, all these numbers are perfect square. You can get their square root. Square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3, square root of 16 is 4, square root of 25 is 5, square root of 81 is 9, and so on and so forth. So to make this a perfect square, what must be added? Now, if you pay attention to this class, you will also understand how to solve quadratic equation using completing the square method, because this is one of the tricky points when you are solving quadratic equation using completing the square method. You want to make the other side a perfect square so that you'll be able to do square root and be able to solve it downward. Now, we're going straight into that. First of all, you have x squared minus 3x. You want to make it a perfect square. When you're solving equation using completing the square method, you have quadratic equation has the format ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Without taking you too far, first of all, you want to make coefficient of x to be 1. When you're using completing square, you can refer to my class on how to derive the quadratic formula using completing the square method. The first thing you want to do is find the half of b. Half of b is b over 2. Now, in this equation that we have, our a is 1, our b is minus 3, and our c is 0 for this particular expression we have here, quadratic expression. So find the half of b. To make any quadratic expression a perfect square or quadratic equation is a perfect square, find the half of b, or find the half of the coefficient of x. When you find the half of it, for this expression, half of b is minus 3 over 2. Square it. So, we square it for this place and add it to the expression. Then you have made the expression a perfect square. How do you make it a perfect square? Any quadratic expression or quadratic equation, to make it a perfect square, make sure first of all that the coefficient of x squared is 1. Once that is done, find the half of the coefficient of x, which is minus 3 here. Square it and add it to both sides. For this expression now, to make it, it will have been b over 2a, sorry, and square and add to both sides. So now, this is what you will add to this. What you are adding is minus 3 over 2 squared, which is what? 9 over 4. So when you add 9 over 4 to this expression, you make it a perfect square. And what do we mean? When you say x squared minus 3x plus 9 over 4, it becomes a perfect square in that it becomes x minus 3 over 2 squared. When you find the square root of this, you are going to get x minus 3 over 2. If you are confused, let me show it. What must be added to this to make it a perfect square? We said is minus 3 over 2 squared. That's what must be added to this to make it a perfect square. So that's why we said x squared minus 3x minus 3 over 2 squared is a perfect square. Now, and that gives us this answer. To check, to confirm that this is actually a perfect square, you just open this bracket by saying x minus 3 over 2, x minus 3 over 2. X times x, x squared. Minus 3 over 2 times x, minus 3x over 2. Minus 3, okay, x times x is x squared. X times minus 3 over 2, minus 3x over 2. Minus 3x over 2 times x, minus 3x over 2. Minus 3 over 2 times minus 3 over 2. Let's give it minus, okay, which is plus 9 over 4. Right? Now, when you solve this, minus 3x over 2 plus minus 3x over 2 will give you x squared minus 3x plus 9 over 4. Say it. The same thing. So it means when you had this, it has become a perfect square. You can get the square root and know that you have a perfect square there. If you understand this, give it a like. If you don't understand this, leave a comment on your question or any problem you have with it. But I hope you understand that to make it a perfect square, make any quadratic expression a perfect square, make sure that x has a coefficient of 1. If it has any coefficient, divide through by that. Once you do that, x squared, then go to x and divide whatever coefficient it has by 2, square it and add to both sides. Then you'd have made that expression a perfect square. Thank you, and make sure you share this with all the students that need to know this or understand this, and make sure you subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and follow us right now. Thank you, and bye-bye.